For the fans. For the players. For all the news. Firebirds Weekly. This week's guest is Prince Umanmielen.
Henry Nell Kicking. Professional training with the personal touch. While it is important to start young, attention to details and creating good habits is just as important. You will get the results you are looking for, using tried and true practices proven at the professional level. When you're ready to up your kicking game, enroll in Henry Nell Kicking Training. You will be glad that you did.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 6 of Firebirds Weekly. 6 already. Mm-hmm. I am your host, Adam Samrov, and I'm joined by my co-host, Chris Sipperly. We are live here on a Wednesday night at JC Tractor in Hoosick Falls, New York, and we are presented by Dude Wipes and Henry Nell Kicking. Tonight's guest, a Firebird from last year's Arena Crown champions, and a second year coming here in 2026. Tonight's guest is Prince Umanmielen. Did I get that right? How's the pronunciation? Pretty good?
Yes, sir. I'll take that for sure.
Absolutely.
People pronounce the A in there differently. Some people say Umanmielen, some people say Umanmielen. That A that's fine. That's fine.
Tricky.
Well, you're Prince tonight, my man.
There we go. Come on now. It's all good.
Before you came on, we're kind of talking about how you pronounce your name, and mine's a little bit different than most. Like you said, I'm out of Jones or a Smith, and tell us a story a little bit about trying to help people around here pronounce it.
Man, middle of the game, I made a tackle. And he said every letter but my name. And I was like, oh, no, we're going to have to fix this. This isn't going to work. So I got a sticky note, right? After halftime, I got a sticky note. And I went up to the announcer booth, and I was like,
that's awesome.
This it goes, ooh, just to be, safe. Mielen. You feel me? There shouldn't be nothing else. And I was like, okay, cool. Then championship game happened. I didn't even hear it. I didn't know at all because I had like a little big hit. I was not thinking about it at all. Didn't hear it. Mm. I watched it on my phone after they tagged me. He was like, and then big hit by Prince, Umanmielen. I was like, oh, who is that? I was like, who is that? I was like, but it's all good. It's all love though. We're gonna get it down.
No, 100%. Hey, listen, year one was learning, and year two is about mastering, right?
Hey, there we go. Come on. It's an experience, man. There's levels.
Excellent. So, about you, doing our research on you, from Manor, Texas, just outside of Austin, Texas, the capital. Born in 2000, you young whippersnapper. That was my high school graduation year. What the heck? I'm too old for this. Son of, your mom and dad, your brothers, Princely, Prince Will, and Princeton.
Yes,
that's
sir.
The three of you.
You
gotta tell me about the Prince names. Where does that kind of come from? And, do you like the fact that you guys are all have similar names?
I like it. And what is it? My grandfather's name is Prince.
Okay.
That's where it comes from.
But the irony, I'm not even. It's funny because my dad's name is nowhere near that, but it's okay because it's hilarious. But I was actually born in Nigeria, moved to New York, then was raised in Austin. But because of how the districting and all that stuff works, I ended up going to school in Manor.
So.
Oh, it's Manor, not Manor either. Okay. So, speaking of pronunciations,
where in New York did you right? Where in New York did you initially land?
I was in Brooklyn, living Crown Heights.
Gotcha.
That's got to be how old were you when you moved to the United States?
I was 2 when I moved to the United States. When I left New York, I was 7, 8.
So what ultimately got you here? Like, what was it? An opportunity, as a family to get over here, or how did that all kind of come together?
As far as leaving Nigeria?
Yeah.
It was definitely more opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants the American dream at the end of the day, So that's first and foremost. And I think we just blessed ever since.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, growing up in Texas. Talk about playing football and getting involved in the sport. How did you first start playing? Who was some of your, influences when you're going up through middle school and into high school?
Man, so started playing. My parents weren't really big on sports. Like they ain't really worried. They weren't really worried about it. They were really worried about like getting your books. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
do everything. But
Yep.
like, I'm pretty
Of
sure
course.
we were at. I want to say like Children's Courtyard or whatever, like an after school
Mm-hmm.
program.
Yep.
And I know some of the teachers in there be like, "You don't play. You're not in nothing." No. So I think one day they was talking to my parents. Was like, "You need to put your kids in something. Like they're ginormous. Like you need to put them in something."
Yep.
And then they were like, I mean, okay, we'll think about it. And he was like, I mean, they can get a scholarship and you won't have to pay for college. And they were like, maybe we should dibble and dabble some more.
Yeah. Now the
Let's,
antennas are up.
hey,
Let's
you
take a
feel me?
listen.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's see what this talking about a little
Yep.
bit. But no,
Mm.
played Typha League, did all that. I stopped initially. I said initially, because
Mm-hmm.
basketball was really that was my bread and butter. That was what I loved. That was my sport. So ended up finally playing football in high school my senior year because I didn't really play.
Mm.
I was playing basketball all throughout. I
Yep.
played give or take 5 or 6 games my senior year and got offered off of them. And
Oh wow.
here we are today, man.
So you have obviously you have a brother that plays at the highest level that
Yes,
there is
sir.
in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
How was that part of you? Do you think that was part of the opportunity for you to being able only playing a handful of games and that kind of like led into people were interested in you a little bit more? You think based on that, or how did that factor into that at all?
As far as me getting picked up,
Yeah.
uh, I don't. I wouldn't say. I mean, it might have to an extent, possibly, but I feel like
Yep.
my talent did it too as well because I
That's
played against. I
that's what you
played
hope
it.
for,
You
right?
feel me? Like obviously
Hmm.
that's what we hope for, but
Yep.
I played against Coach Weir in my bowl game.
Yes.
Funny enough,
Yep.
so that's how it started. So my bowl game, I won defensive MVP against his team. I had like 3 sacks, some forced fumbles, some crazy. Like
Yep.
I went out there and did what I had to do,
Hmm.
but afterwards, things happen. One of my teammates got injured. One of my
Hmm.
now teammates got injured, and I got a call, and he was like, "Hey, can you be here like basically tomorrow?" I was like, "Huh? Let me make sure, but for sure." So
um.
got on that plane, did what I had to do.
So we're a little bit out of sequence here, but that's okay. That's our fault. So my question to you is, um, what what do you do outside of football? Like once you you went through the college process. I guess we got to go through the college process too. But
Oh, we will. Don't
yeah,
worry.
so
Mhm.
you know how what do you do? Like what do you do for a full time gig?
Right now, I do security. I do security at
Okay.
multiple places, and
Okay.
I'm going about going into security with a certain firm as well coming up.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Well, I want to go back. I want to go back to the high school thing because
Yeah.
there,
I was saying.
going through the notes. There's a very interesting thing. We've talked to the guys, and they've been playing football since they were 5 or 6 years old. Some guys played basketball. Obviously, guys 6'4", 6'5", and more. That kind of thing. You also lettered in tennis. Tell me about
Ah.
that. That I don't know if I would have guessed tennis, Prince. I
Hey
gotta be
man,
honest. Tell me,
listen.
just tell me about that experience. It just sounds like you were like, hey, let's do it, man.
One, I used to watch every sport on the TV, so that was I watched all of them. Especially,
Mhm.
I had local cable, so there's gets to a point where there ain't nothing else to watch. So you might be sitting there watching Tiger Woods for an hour and a half for no reason
Mhm.
if you don't
Mhm.
watch golf. But no, I
Mhm.
liked watching people like Serena Williams and her sister go absolutely insane. So like,
Right.
I
Mhm.
also knew the benefits, and one of my coaches, shout out Coach Thompson, Antoine Thompson, he was like, I did tennis when I was young, and I knew for a fact his footwork was insane. So I was like,
right.
I had every reason to do it. But I also found that I was interested in it when I was in middle school as well. Like just off of like they had tennis rackets out and just happened to be playing in the gym. I was like, this is cool. But high school is when I actually was like, let's do something about it. And playing competitively, boy, it was fun, but boy was I humbled sometimes for sure. But like that is, hey, listen, that little ball go fast. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
No lie. No lie.
yeah, I mean, not for nothing. I mean, you got some leverage in your body in terms. I'm sure you can put that ball up to 100 miles an
doubles,
hour.
double.
You know,
So imagine playing against me in doubles for sure. It was a problem.
yeah, right.
100%. Me at the front
Yeah,
of the net, it's a
yeah,
problem for
it's
sure.
kind of over. Yeah.
Trying to lob shot over you. Holy crap! I don't think so. So you go through, and you only play for 1 year for football, but you win a bunch of awards in all your sports. Your defensive MVP and that kind of stuff. Talk about the recruiting process. I'm sure that you were like, hey, I want to go maybe play. I want to play basketball. That was the main thing. But then, football becomes,
Yeah.
an opportunity. Just talk about the recruiting process overall, but then why you decided football over basketball or anything
Or
else.
tennis.
Or tennis, yeah.
Tennis wasn't gonna be tennis really just because I knew for a fact, as I said, I seen the way your lateral movement had to be, your footwork had to go, the amount of power, rotation, all of that, things that I can use in basketball and football.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
Granted,
we tell the kid I help coach the local team, one of the local teams around us, and we
yeah.
tell them like get into track. Even if if you don't want to be just in the weight room or whatever, like join track,
Summer track
throw
was
the
heavy,
shot,
and summer
do
track was
something.
definitely heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense. But yeah, tell me about your recruiting process and how that went.
No, yeah. So basketball, I was more doing like camps, more so as far as and basketball camps versus football camps are very different as far as like financially. It is very different. Like you might say like some camps for football, let's say the average camp's like 50 to 100. You know what I'm saying? Depend, give or take what you're doing. Basketball, that might just be your ticket before you even start. Like that might just be your ticket to walk in the building. You feel what I'm saying? So like the money that it came to with basketball, and at the time, I'm the oldest. That wasn't really, we weren't really in a situation for me to always get get into those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? But I made do with what I had as far as going to those camps and showing out, doing what I did. I played AAU ball, all of that. I was ended like senior year, like Texas top 100 in my class.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. People
that's
are
right. Yeah, we
being
got some.
crazy on my
Oh,
phone.
we okay. Technical
Yeah, we
difficulties.
got you back. You're good.
He's a
There you
popular
go.
guy.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got you.
you're good.
Yep.
Oh no, I can't hear y'all. What just
Uh,
happened?
oh boy.
Hello?
Yeah, I got you.
We got you. We can hear you. He can't hear us.
Dang, why can't I hear y'all? That's crazy.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just hang tight for a minute. We're gonna get him back on. So everybody just kind of hang out for a minute. Let's see.
Should I try and leave and come back real quick?
Yeah, if you can, sure. Yep.
Yeah?
Yes.
We'll play a commercial. We'll play a commercial. Come on back.
Cause I can't hear y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened.
For the fans. For the players. For all the news. Firebirds Weekly. This week's guest is Prince Umanmielen.
Henry Nell Kicking. Professional training with a personal touch. While it is important to start young, attention to details and creating good habits is just as important. You will get the results you are looking for, using tried and true practices proven at the professional level. When you're ready to up your kicking game, enroll in Henry Nell Kicking Training. You will be glad that you did.
For the fans. For the players.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Why can't I hear y'all? Hold on.
Of course, the commercial is missing.
Oh, hold on.
Was it muted?
No, like I think y'all might have been muted, like because I heard somebody breathing just now when it finally started working.
All right, so
I don't know.
so you can hear us, all right?
Yes, I can hear y'all. I just put in the headphone as well. Can
All
y'all
right,
hear
so
me
we're
fine?
good. Yep, we're good. I'm gonna put you right back on. Here we go.
All right. Sorry about that, y'all.
All right, we got him back. Sorry about that, guys. All right,
Sorry
so
about that.
we were talking about the recruiting process. How was that for
Yes.
you? Like, playing high school ball for football. What kind of opportunities did you have coming out?
Yeah. So I was at basketball practice and Tarleton State, like one of my high school coaches was like, hey, there's a coach for you. And he was like, it's Tarleton State. And I was like, Tarleton State. I didn't know about it, but I was like, shoot, it's a college, so let's go see what he's talking about. And he was like, hey son, how you doing? My name is Coach Carey. This ends up being my dog. Like this is my dog. Shout out Coach Carey. But at the point I didn't know him. So I was just like, okay, so how you doing, sir? All that. And he was like, yeah, I like the way you move out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking he's talking about basketball. We're at basketball practice. So
Right.
I'm like, oh, yeah, man, I appreciate you. I'm trying to work on my game. As you can see, we're getting right now. And he was like, no, I'm talking about on the field. I was like, the field? He was like, yeah, have you ever heard of Tarleton State? I said, Tarleton. He said, Stephenville, Texas. I said, Stephenville, Texas? What's that? So, but that's how that started. And I also had gotten an offer from Cisco. And I was battling between both of those, figuring out where I was gonna go at first. Because I personally was thinking I should go JUCO because at the time I'm considering, man, I don't know the experience like that. I haven't done this that much. Like I played 5 games for real. Like let me go get in the you know what I'm saying, the dirt and grime of this, get in the grind and really lock in. You know, it's a small city, ain't nothing really but a library and a movie theater for me to do whatever. So like I can really lock in. That was my point in time thinking, my mental on it. But my parents were not going for it. They were like, no, university. They was not having. So I ended up folding eventually, but it was like, let's do it. So ended up at Tarleton State,
Well, it wasn't from looking at the notes and kind of reviewing everything. It didn't seem like it started all that well either. In terms of football, you redshirt as a freshman. So you're kind of doing practice squad, kind of things like that, just getting into going to school and doing that. And then in 19, you missed the entire season due to injury. Just talk about those first 2 years in terms of football almost ends up on the back burner just based on redshirt and, getting hurt.
Man, I'll put it like this. The paper can say what it said. Listen, 2018, 2019, Tarleton State went back-to-back undefeated champions. I was having a blast.
There you go.
It was,
it's all about the experience.
There you go.
Exactly. I was up there helping the team win the championship at the end of the day. Like I'm putting my body on the line every day. Like I'm one of them. I was one of them guys. Like the coach got to tell me to calm down if you want me to calm down. I'm not hearing you. Like you don't control my check. You don't control none of this. So I'm trying to make sure we good for the game because then you gonna be happy when the person in the game that you went against wasn't going nowhere as hard as I was at practice.
Well, I think that's the important thing. I mean, I've coached some teams in the past, and there's always going to be some people that aren't happy with their opportunity or their playing time or whatever you call it. And we won a championship, and it's like some feel like they didn't contribute to the championship because they didn't play in the game or what have you. That is not true. Like every
one play, you've done it.
I mean, not even if you never see the field, you're contributing to. If you are
helping the process,
right? If you're a good teammate and you're practicing hard and doing the things that you're supposed to do, you absolutely won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Man,
that.
I think a football team is like the inside of like a watch. Like everything is connected. So like not just the players, but like the watch on the outside, that's the players. You know what I'm saying? That might be the trophy and everything. But when you open that face, the inner workings, that's the management, that's the team, that's the trainers, that's
Yep.
the people cleaning the building, everything. All of that matters.
And then you go into 2020 and March of 2020, the world shuts down. So you're
Man.
sitting there going, okay, so you guys played a couple of games in the spring, in 21,
Mhm.
and that 21 you obviously have the real regular season finally for the first time. Just talk about getting out there and now you're on the field contributing. I know, again, you obviously contributed no matter what, but I mean on the field,
Yeah.
contributing to a championship team. Just talk about that experience going through COVID and then going through and becoming a top player for Tarleton State.
Man, it was something for sure, man. Every day it was a movie every day. Like every day was something going down. Like from the practices to off the field. It was just I loved every minute of it. We had a lot going on. Like excuse me. Experience wise, like we had excuse me. I had a lot of things going on as far as like going through injuries, like y'all said, and that had a mental battle when it came to it. You know what I'm saying? And it
Sure.
brought apart like I had to do a little bit of counseling sometimes, just different things. Cause it's like, as you said, it was back to back. I might have been having a blast, but at the same time, I was getting frustrated. But now, given the opportunity, it's like, man, I got to seize advantage of this and really do what I can. So every chance I got on that field, it was like, they got to feel me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to understand that I'm here for real. So that's just what it was.
And then 2022, you play there, and then you end up transferring to East Central University in Oklahoma. Other than the whole Texas Oklahoma thing, Red River rivalry, but talk about just transferring, like why you decided to switch schools and the decision to go up the river. I would say from Texas to Oklahoma.
Man, so honestly, it had a lot to do with me wanting to develop a little more as a D lineman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the coaching staff had a lot of the previous coaching staff had either went to other colleges or CFL as far as on the defensive side. Offensive side was basically locked in, but the defensive side, all the coaching staff was almost like scattered. So it was like the development that I wanted, that I knew I needed, I had to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me bet on myself right now and go seek this, knowing that I can go get it. And at first, I was verbally committed to Alabama A&M because originally thought I was going there, but like East Central was also the very first team that offered me. So I also remembered that and had love for them, but then it also came just back down to I prayed about it and kept praying about it and ended up being the Tiger, and now we're here.
So when you ultimately made that decision, who do you look to help you make that decision? I would imagine you would confide in your family.
Man, I talked to a lot of people. Not gonna lie, I talked to a lot of people because that was my first time being in the transfer portal too, and being in the transfer portal like at the age that I was at, it just felt crazy. Like it really felt crazy. Like I don't think people understand the mental part of the portal. You know what I'm saying? Like once you're in there, it's like okay, yes, I'm halfway to that goal of what I want, but at the same time, you have to understand you might not get anything at all. Like that is also the other side of that coin. It is very much a huge gamble. Like no matter what way you look at it, no way you cut it. Somebody else can get picked who is either younger or they don't have to pay as much or they're not worried about this and that. You know what I'm saying? So there's always different aspects of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, we had I think it was Miles that was on a few weeks ago, and he had a similar experience. And I think at the end of the day, you got to bet on yourself. But the idea that there isn't any consequence in making a bad decision, there is one.
Man,
You know,
you can go from playing and turning up and being a 3-time whatever to being a backup on a huge team. But it's like, where are you going to get team to have those opportunities to do what you need?
After you graduate from East Central, talk about, did you attend any kind of pro days or any kind of things in terms of, what's the next step? Now, at the same time, your brother, is playing at Florida, and you're seeing him go through that process as well.
He had left Florida at that point. He was at Ole Miss, but I got you.
I'm sorry, Ole Miss. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You good.
Ole Miss. But talk about, did you guys? Was it a thing where you guys were able to kind of go through that process together a little bit? Like, yeah, maybe he was doing it at the Division I, Power 5 level, and you were in the lower level, but you're still doing the same thing. You're still looking for that same opportunity to play, at the highest level.
Yeah, I think it was kind of both a little bit, because it's very hard to put them on the same level. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the process goes, just because of access, money, all of, you know what I'm saying? All that goes into the Power 5 versus being a Division II school. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely came to a point where like we would have, you know what I'm saying? I'm asking him questions about how things is going on his side with the agent, and more background information. Because at the end of the day, I know he's doing it at the tier 1 level, so I have to, you know what I'm saying, take my notes as well and understand what he's doing in there. So.
And then talk about the All-Star Bowl, the Podium All-Star Bowl. How did that opportunity come out? And then that brings us into how you got involved. As we talked about a little bit right near the beginning, playing against Coach Ware and being able to be seen by Coach Ware and the Firebirds. Tell me about that opportunity for that All-Star game.
Yeah, so that came about really. Shout out my coaches at East Central for real. They were helping shop me around to look for bowl games as well, and every other coach on my that I knew from in the Central Texas area that was trying to help me look for something. But yeah, ended up getting. I looked for a couple bowls. Like I made a few of them. Like I got invited to a few of them, but I ended up going like for sure to the Podium Bowl, and I was like, this one just. And that because I also asked my coach, my D-line coach, Coach Ingram, I was like, which bowl do you feel like? Do you feel like I should go to multiple? Do you feel like I should just go to one? Like, what do you feel about this? Because I know like he has a little more experience with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my first go around at it, so I'm trying to get everything right. He says like, give me a couple days, let me look into it, find out what I can. He comes back to me and he's like, yeah, that Podium Bowl gonna be the one that you want to do. I said, say no more. I trust my guy. I know he's gonna lead me the right direction. He's not trying to steer me wrong. Ended up going to the Podium Bowl. Get there, seen a few of my Tarleton people there, a couple people that I seen when I was transferring. It was good to see them, seen a couple people from Hardin, all types of things there. So it was a great competition. Folks was there to ball. And it was like a 3-day, 4-day event. It was great. They came, talked to us, told us about all the levels, the getting ready for your pro day, everything that goes into it, planning as a pro, you know what I'm saying? Everything. And just a couple days to just go through being a professional and preparation for being a professional.
And looking at it, I guess I didn't put two and two together. That's the bowl that Coach Ware goes to. He has been at it a few years.
Yeah, he taught. Yeah.
And it's in Miami in January. And boy, do I want to go to that. I don't want to be up here in Albany in January.
And that also played a part in me thinking. I was like, listen. I went to some of my Tarleton Brothers bowl game. Even when I was at East Central, I pulled up to their bowl games the following year for in like December, but they were in like Plano, you know what I'm saying, Texas, and it's like, boy, it was biting out there at that time. Versus I can go to Florida in January and go to the beach after. Like, I think that might be, that all plays a part into it too.
So, made the right choice.
No doubt. So
come on now.
Let's talk about your experience a little bit in year one in Albany.
Man,
how do you look back at that?
I ain't gonna lie. I love y'all out there. That was amazing. Like I don't know if anybody got beef with the AF1, I don't know what it is because I have the greatest experience right now. You know what I'm saying? I love the community out there, the arena, the people, the fans, the way y'all treat each other, the way y'all show love, the way y'all step behind each other. I love it truly, and the way y'all make everybody feel welcome was amazing.
Well, we went, to a couple of the events where, the flock support, was handing out just, week after week, and you guys would get like bags of just, personal
Man,
supplies and
telling you,
food, and it was just a
coming clutch.
it was just a snacktacular of just just different types of stuff. And I saw, you know Denise Secor and Steve Lonsberry, in a back of a Jeep, handing out just bags and bags. They really
Man,
do a lot for you guys, and I think, and that's something you guys, obviously, to a band, has been like, that's been amazing.
it's been 100% a blessing. You can't thank them enough for stuff like that because at the end of the day, it's like a family away from your family. Because some people like me coming from Texas all the way, excuse me, all the way up to Albany, New York. Now you got people that also want to support you, also think about you, taking care of you. You naturally want to take care of them, provide for them, and show love back for them into the community, whether it be helping out, whether it be showing up to events that they have going on, whether it be going to pick up stuff in the community just to help clean, like all of that.
Sure. Now tell me a little bit. Obviously, we documented that significant hit that you put on the Nashville quarterback in the championship game.
Yes,
if you don't mind, take us through that play a little bit, and then kind of look back at it, from a few months removed.
Man, I'll tell you the way.
Tell me like what the call. What was the call? Like, obviously Coach Cisse, dialed up something, and it was,
it
perfect.
wasn't even. It was. Listen, it wasn't even nothing crazy, and I'm not even gonna do Coach Cisse like that because I know he watching this and ready to say something crazy if I say anything about any call, so I ain't gonna do that. But as far as it was one of our regulars, you know what I'm saying? Something straight out of a base set. I have been watching this on film all week. I have been telling my roommates, I've been telling everybody at the hotel. I said, bro, for some reason, every time they get in this personnel set, they always run it wrong like 3 to 4 times a game. Every single, like without fail, I'm watching this and I'm like, bro, they keep running it wrong. Like they'll line up a certain way, and I'm not gonna say it because I want them to keep doing it. If you're watching,
of course, no, we're not.
You feel me? They literally keep lining up and running the play wrong, and I'm like, man. I told my roommate Mac, I said, bro, if they do this against me on Saturday, I'm gonna kill them. Not obviously, but you feel me? Like this is
figuratively.
No,
you feel me? That's I keep saying that. I'm telling everybody, I'm telling coaches, I'm telling players, I'm like, bro, every time they run this little set, it's like they give the end a chance, but whoever's the end doesn't really do anything. He'll like let him show or like let him get a chance to throw the ball away. I said, bro, if he does that, I'm not giving him a chance to do anything. Coach Cisse put me in the game. They lined up in that set. I immediately was like, there's no way. I was like, there's absolutely no way this is happening right now. We get down. I said, bro, I have to follow my rules first. Because if they don't and I get got and he pulls this ball,
that's right.
I'm out of it's 4th and 2. So I have to, you feel me? I have to be on my P's and Q's.
Oh, it was a huge play at that moment.
You feel me? We're about to go into halftime, all of that. So it was big.
Yeah.
I see them not look at me. I said, if they hike this ball and that fullback and I see nobody's face and I see nothing but numbers away, he's a dead body.
No, I sent you the film and I'm like, man, he literally vaporized,
Bro, he hiked the ball, bro. He hiked the ball. I took a little squeeze step. I saw nothing. I said, oh yeah, let's go.
Honestly, listen, before then, I respected Tyler Kolka. I respect him even more because that dude is tough. He took
I don't know. Yeah,
that was huge hit, and that guy just kept going. And much respect to him. Both parties obviously are respectful to each other, but yeah, he he had my respect before, and it just got doubled after that.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of trainers wouldn't have let nobody out after that, for real. So that that was something serious. Like respect for sure. That boy got a dog in him.
Yep.
So after the season ends, obviously winning a championship, is amazing. And any chance you get to do that, you said you did it a couple times, with Tarleton, and then obviously now the Arena Crown here last year. Season ends, everybody kind of goes their ways, and then tell me about the decision to come back to Albany, and why that decision was made, how that decision was made, that kind of thing.
No brainer. That's why. No brainer. 100%. Y'all did me right. Again, the community was amazing. Only way I wouldn't come back is if I go up. It's literally that simple. Like, I have no reason to go. I love the coaching here. I love the connection the coaches have with the next level. Mm-hmm. I love the way they try to get their people up to the next level. I love the way we just showed it by our offense, our whole starting offense, basically going to the next level, and a couple of our defensive guys getting to the next level. Yeah. So I know it's there. I know it can happen. And I know if I, follow the foundation that's been set by everybody and that I've seen since I've gotten here, there's no reason why I can't be successful as well.
100%.
Looking forward to 2026. Again, some guys have been signed. We're still obviously early, very early. Season won't get really going until beginning of March, middle of March is when training camp will start. What are some personal goals for you in year two? Obviously team goals, that's easy, but personally, what's something you are looking forward to try to meet in 2026?
Man, I want to be a great open field tackler. Like, especially now that I've always liked special teams, but now that I'm really doing it at the pro level, it's like I really want to. I had some good tackles in open field, but I also know there were times where I could have made a bigger impact if I simply would have broken down faster. So it's like I want to be a great open field tackler. I want to be strong as all get out whenever I'm getting off the ball, and I feel like my get off is already good, but I want it to be that much better and keep working on my hands, which all leads into more sacks. So,
yep, 100%.
We really appreciated this interview. We went to get a chance to talk to you, for months. So we're glad we finally got a chance.
Man, I appreciate y'all definitely, man.
We saw that, you went to school and became a journalist. Is that something you would want to do after your playing career, whenever that is, ends up,
Okay, so let me break this down a little bit. So it was like this, right? My original major was broadcast journalism. That was what I originally went to college for. Ended up, because of some things that happened, ended up having to switch to kinesiology.
Oh, okay.
You have to help me out. What is that?
The study of motion. Come on now.
Yeah, more to study your body, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, movements and everything.
So, I just haven't heard that before. I'm a small town guy.
Yeah,
so
bachelor.
I don't know much
yeah. So it's a bachelor of science in kinesiology, and then I got my master's in sports management in Oklahoma. But as far as the dang, you threw me off because you made that joke. I lost my whole train of thought.
Yeah, but I try, man. Like, listen, this is fun for us. We try to make it fun for you. You know what I mean?
Nah, so, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you. This spring, and then.
Sure.
But yeah, we thank everybody for watching, and we'll be back at it next week. And if Prince, if you can hang out, just after the stream, we just want to ask you a few questions, and we should be good.
For sure, I'm here. We lit.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate y'all.